Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today let's take a look at the all-new 2025 Volkswagen Tiguan. This is an SEL R-Line trim level. It's finished off in sandstone gray and the MSRP is just over $43,000. So this is a completely remodeled Tiguan for this year, and it's also just a two-row SUV now. But we'll start off underneath the hood, where this has the 2-liter 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. It is paired to the 8-speed automatic. It pumps out 201 horsepower, 221 pound-feet of torque. This model here has the 4-motion all-wheel drive system. It weighs in around 3,800 pounds. 0 to 60 is going to be around 7.7 seconds. And as far as fuel economy goes, you're looking at 22 in the city, 30 out on the highway, and its ground clearance is right around 7 inches. Now, as we move on to the exterior styling, you'll notice that it still has the DRL strip that goes from headlight to headlight. So you'll notice it breaks off around the Volkswagen badge right in the middle. Everything is LED, and there's the dark housings to blend it in nicely. Now, this does have a forward-facing camera, more gloss black for the middle section. There's also parking sensors, some active grille shutters down below, and even these cutouts on both sides to provide some better airflow and aerodynamics. There's also really subtle lines coming down the hood to give it a great look. Now, the fender arches are gloss black. There's a two-tone design for these wheels, which have a great look to them. You'll see the R badge along with a camera and a turn signal on those mirrors there. They are power folding. There's a nice trim accent for the windows, brushed aluminum for the roof racks, and then a full moonroof as well. And then some really nice lines that flow down the side. Like I mentioned earlier, this is only a 2-row, so you'll notice there is a shortened rear end here compared to when it was offered in a 3-row SUV, but I think it has a nice stylish design to it. You'll notice there's some gloss black accents in the back, along with the third brake light and wiper blade. And then this also has an LED strip that runs from taillight to taillight. And the Volkswagen badge will light up. As you can see right now, it is red at the moment, which is a nice touch. And then there's parking sensors and gloss black for the lower section. Now, this does offer a remote start, so you can use the key fob for that. You can also use the key fob or the control underneath to gain access to the cargo space. Now, being a 2-row SUV, still very practical in the back. This model comes with a spare. There's also a little bit of hidden storage where you could place some smaller items if you would like. You have a cutout on the left here along with a 12-volt. You can even fold down the back seats from here, which is nice. There's tie-down hooks, there's additional hooks so you can place bags, and you get a little bit of space on that right side as well. And of course, you can remove this if you have some taller items. And then there's one control up top that you can use to close that lift gate. Now, as we work our way to the interior, this model has a really nice design. There's also Harman Kardon for the audio, a few trim accents to give it a great look, along with some storage in the lower section. You do get storage as well between the door and the seat, which is nice. And then you have a flat surface there to place in a lot of items. And it's very easy to fold these down and to lock them into place. Where this also has the two-tone design for these leather seats. Now, at 5'10", I have a lot of space in the back. There's also storage pockets, vents. These are heated rear seats. You have some climate adjustments in the middle, auxiliaries down below, and then I have about 2 inches or so of headroom. Now, these seats are also angled slightly back, so it's very comfortable and spacious for the sizing of this vehicle. Now, up front, you'll notice lock and unlock, the side mirror controls, along with window adjustments, trunk release, and some storage down below. Front seat also has memory seating adjustments. They're massaging too, and then there's the rest of the automatic controls to go through. Now, to start this up, that's located down below, and we're greeted with a solid and perforated leather steering wheel. There's the R badge in the lower section too. Now, on the left side, all the cruise control settings along with volume, and then on the right side, there's tuning, you have voice commands, heated steering wheel, and then the adjustments to go through the digital gauge cluster. Now, if I start with the view button, you can actually go through a few different settings here, just depending on the information that you would like to see. Now, if we go to this screen here, you can further go into the left side and the right side, and you can set up what you would like to see on both sides, which is very nice. And then you can go back to the view icons again and still show information on the left and the right, just depending on what you would like to go into. So that is very nice to see. Now, you do have storage in this lower section. There's headlight controls, along with this wood trim accent that goes all the way to the passenger side there. This is equipped with a head-up display, and then with this massive infotainment system, you have a lot to go through. you can quickly pull up all of these icons. So you can get into your climates, even the ambient lighting, and adjust all of this. You have your mood there, you can customize everything. You can get into some off-roading information, even look at the steering wheel. So it looks like I just got out of that for a second. But you can adjust your steering wheel pitch and monitor all of that. Get into Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, even go into your vehicle here. So that way you can look at some of this information as well, both interior and exterior. There's also some favorites that you can set up, and then there's more at the top where you can quickly get into navigation, your phone, music, even add some as needed, and there's engine start stop. Now there's also a home button right in the middle here, so you can get back to this split view, and then everything in the lower section is going to be fixed. So you have heated and ventilated seats. You can quickly get into the climates, even adjust the rear heated seats from up front. So you have a lot of options to go through that. You can get into the heated steering wheel, defroster too, where you'd like the air to go. And then you can also swipe on the screen itself or on this lower section here to adjust the temperature. Same thing goes for the volume. You have those dials right in the middle. Now underneath that, there's air vents. You have cup holders with a little bit of storage. And then there's the e-brake and this configurable dial in the middle. So right now, as you can tell, it's on volume. Simply push it down, and now we have those different modes and themes. So you can go through your atmospheres here and adjust those as needed. You can also get into the driving modes now as well and use that same control to go through those. And then push on it again and you are back to volume. Now, in order to put this into reverse, twist this towards yourself, or you can bring up the camera system and you have a few different angles. You can even look at it in full screen without that top-down view. And then you can put it into drive and you can go through some of these settings in order to configure the forward-facing camera. And this also has parallel parking, which is a nice feature to see. Now there's also wireless charging with auxiliaries and plenty of space in this center console area. There's a glove box with plenty of room. And then you have garage door buttons up top, touch-sensitive dome lights, and controls for that sunshade and sunroof. And then a good bit of visibility for the sizing of this SUV. You can easily see over both shoulders. And from second gear, still in sport mode, here we go. So there is an S mode that the vehicle will go into. So you have S4, or you can twist it again and go back into a drive. So you will see a slight difference in the throttle response along with the shifting points when you put it into the S mode versus just normal driving. But this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the new Tiguan. Definitely a great place to be with all of the tech features that I've gone over, and you can see it's really easy to go through everything as well. I know there's a lot of complaints with vehicles going away from physical buttons, so there's really no physical buttons within this screen. But where everything is laid out, having everything in the lower section fixed basically, super easy to go through. One of the best screens that I've used where you can go through all of that without having those actual physical buttons. So I think that's a really nice integration that they have done in this model. And it's got a good bit of power in the low end there to get up and move. And then again, from what I've seen, there should be some more power being added to the Tiguan in late 2025. So we'll just have to wait and see with any changes that are coming up for this model, which it's already a new refresh and redesign. So it'll be interesting to see what's to come for the rest of the lineup and trim accents. You also sit pretty low. It's more of a crossover SUV, but you have a good outlook over the hood too, and a very easy vehicle to place and drive. So if you're in the city a lot, you're commuting into parking lots and things like that, as you would expect, it's going to be very easy to park, and it still offers a lot of interior space too. So you can pack this full of items, and it can be a very practical, smaller SUV if it's your only vehicle. But that is going to wrap it up for the new Tiguan. Once again, huge shout out to FOURR Volkswagen for providing this for me today. Take a look at their website, give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and consider smashing that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with our daily uploads. And I will see you all in the next video.